Hey everyone, this is SEA Crypto Daily Buzz. Today is Sunday, August 24th, and the weekend tape is holding the line after this week's breakout. Bitcoin recovered above 77,000, Ethereum reclaimed 2,400, and the staking side of Ethereum is quietly setting new records that could reshape how regulated staking ETFs price yield. This channel summarizes the most important crypto news for investors in Southeast Asia. First, the weekend price picture. Story 1. Bitcoin stabilized on the weekend tape. Bitcoin traded near $77,370, up about 0.4%, after dipping to 75,900. Ethereum reclaimed 2,445, up almost 1%, and Solana held 95, up over 1%. Bitcoin's weekly gain of roughly 22% stayed intact through Sunday. For SEA traders in Manila, Bangkok, Jakarta, and Ho Chi Minh City, the 75,000 support test held on the weekend, and that confirms breakout structure. The real test is Monday's Asian session. Watch whether spot volume holds without funding rates reheating. If funding stays cool while price grinds higher, the setup shifts from squeeze-driven to real spot demand. Next, the Ethereum staking record. Story 2. Ethereum staking hit an all-time high. Ethereum's staking ratio hit 34.7% of total supply, with roughly 42 million ETH locked at the beacon chain, worth about $78 billion across nearly 790,000 validators. Base consensus yield compressed to about 2.6%, a 3-year low. A draft proposal filed early August, EIP 8361, would burn a rising share of validator rewards as staking climbs, potentially cutting yield from 2.6 to 1.2% at today's participation. Core developers declined to advance it, but the debate is live for the next upgrade window. For Filipino, Vietnamese, and Indonesian ETH holders eyeing regulated staking ETFs like Fidelity FETH and Morgan Stanley MSSE, the yield they see today is the ceiling, not the floor. If the proposal advances, quarterly ETF distributions would shrink meaningfully over 18 months. Finally, the macro backdrop. Story 3. The rate cut narrative is now driving the tape. Federal Reserve Chair remarks at Jackson Hole late Friday shifted market pricing sharply toward a September rate cut, with probability rising above 90%. This is the trigger behind Ethereum's roughly 15% single-day surge. For OFW remittance flows and Southeast Asian dollar savers, a Fed pivot to easing has 3 regional implications. First, a softer dollar relieves pressure on the local currencies, lowering the local currency cost of crypto entry. Second, dollar liquidity expansion historically supports crypto beta into year-end. Third, easing cycles rarely arrive in a straight line. Watch the September meeting decision and whether other Fed officials confirm or push back on the pivot signal. Quick recap. Bitcoin held 77,000, ETH reclaimed 2,400, SOL held 95 on the weekend. Ethereum staking hit a 34.7% record. Jackson Hole shifted September rate cut odds above 90%. This video is for information and education only and is not financial advice. All investment decisions and risks are your own responsibility. If this video was helpful, please subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell. If you want more chart analysis and trading insights, join our free Telegram channel, link in the description. See you in the next one.